So, how do you know it's time to leave one dream that you loved for what seems to be the next one, even when you still love the one before? It's a fascinating question that I'm in the middle of right now, and I wanted to share what my thoughts are with you. When we moved to California almost 8 years ago, I could have sworn that that was going to be my forever home. That I love California. I love having the ocean 30 minutes from my front door and having hiking literally 5 minutes. I mean, not even 5 minutes, right out behind my house, and the amazing people that I know and the community that I've created and the culture. You know, I love California and thought that it was going to be my forever home. And so I was really surprised when about 1.5 years ago, there was this message that landed inside of me that said, it's time to leave California. Now, when I first heard it, I argued with it. You know, this just must be me not wanting to, my paradigm, not wanting to be too comfortable, not wanting to be too happy. But more and more, I realized that I had this feeling of completion. Not a single thing wrong with California. I still love California. In fact, I grieve at the thought of it. And it was just very clear. My system is clear that I'm complete. I am complete with California. And then as I was talking to my husband, and my husband shared with me that he was ready to move on as well, and we started exploring different possibilities, Tucson just dropped in. I want to show you where I am. Is that not just breathtaking? And so I was thinking, because, we drove over here yesterday, and, this morning went to the house that we're buying and taking care of some business, and now I'm doing a hike. This is literally in my backyard. And I thought, all right, so what's the impetus? What's the signal, short of being miserable? Because I think the vast majority of the population, I know that that's the way I used to be, would wait until you're absolutely miserable and that there's something wrong before you move on. What if it's a matter of paying really super close attention to the signals that just simply say it's complete? That there doesn't have to be a single thing wrong other than life, this universal intelligence who can see so much more vastly than we can see, is simply inviting us into this next level, this next iteration, from a place of really good to now trust even better. And as I was thinking about this and pondering this and wanted to share it with you, what I realized is that it requires, number one, a deep capacity to listen deeply, a capacity to really notice the signals of completion, to notice what that feels like in your body, not suffering, to not move on from a place of suffering, that no longer do things have to be broken or miserable, or you just have to wrench it out or gut it out or grit it out and make it work, because it's okay, it's good. I mean, California's good, it's really good. But really paying close attention to the signal of, even in the face of good, being able to hear completion. And it's what I realize is that I have developed over the years of doing this work, and this is what I share with people that I have the honor of working with more consistently, an honoring of that voice, of that voice of inspired insight, even when it doesn't seem to make any sense, even when you look around and things are really good, but yet there's this compelling energy of inviting me to step into what's next. And so it's been really fascinating to watch my reaction to this as I've been grieving California, but grateful for the depth of work that I've done, that I am not fighting Tucson. I am opening my arms and welcoming it. And here's what's fascinating. My husband and I lived in Arizona back in the early to mid 90s. We lived up in the Phoenix area. Tucson's very different. And as we were driving across the state line yesterday, we drove down through San Diego and across that way where it's much more remote and just beautiful mountains and just, this kind of desert. The Saguaro Desert. In fact, I think it was the Saguaro National Monument. And the minute we started driving into that, because we spent the night, Thursday night in Yuma, which is right on the California-Arizona state line, and we drove, we started driving into Arizona, and I was so aware of how my whole system felt like, I've come home. That when I look around and I feel the nurturing energy of the beauty of the desert and the stillness and the calmness, it's like, all right, my system knows something that my intellect will never be able to figure out. And as I pay attention and follow where this divine energy is leading me, even in the face of it making absolutely no sense, and in the face of things being really good, hey, Matt, talking about this move that is just like, how does anybody move out of California? And realizing that it's not following the intellect and it's not waiting for things to get bad before moving on, but just paying attention to the energy of complete and realizing that there is this infinite intelligence that is moving through us in a life-giving way. And when we let go of attachment for where we are, thank you, Matt, and we really open up to what life is seeking to bring next to us and for us and through us and from us, then we're able to be present for the ongoing richness of life and our own personal evolution. Because who knows what I'm going to be able to bring you as a result of this move? Who knows where I'm going to grow in terms of my own growth and development, that it would just enhance my capacity to serve you even greater as you learn to listen to your own voice of inspired insight. But one of the things I do want to say out of all of this is to support you and not waiting for things to feel broken before you are compelled to move forward. Start paying attention to that voice that just may simply say, you're complete. Well done with where you've been. Just hear the voice of this divine intelligence. Well done, good and faithful daughter, son. And now listen to where I'm bringing you next, because I will never steer you astray. I will never steer you wrong. I will just keep steering you toward a more expansive, richer, more fulfilling, and contributing life. So here we are. This is my backyard. This is my new backyard as I'm hiking this amazing trail. I can't bring my dog on my trail. That's kind of hurting my heart a little bit. Got to figure out what to do with Bo. But this divine intelligence has an answer for my 19-month-old high-energy golden doodle. We'll figure it out. But it is such a grace to be able to move from good to anticipating even better as you stay open to this divine guidance, divine inspiration, and notice when you're being guided to move on from a place of really good. So I'm honoring and loving California. Matt, if you're still on, Matt McCormick, y'all look him up. If you got a house for sale, man, he is the guy to go to. He has done an amazing job preparing our house and getting our house on the market to welcome the next new amazing family that will move in. And my heart has been tender around that, and I am open to where this divine intelligence is bringing us next. And we have an amazing house that we're moving into here in Tucson. So share where you're noticing where this infinite intelligence, this divine life force is inviting you to pay attention. You're welcome, man. And believe me, I will be posting this everywhere. That with Coldwell Banker Realtors, start noticing where there's that edge of, okay, there's something next, and be willing to let go of what's really good, that ironclad grip that we can get on what's really good, and open yourself up to a level of amazingness that you can't even begin to imagine. But yet deep down you know that this is where you're being led. And just share, where are the edges for you, and where do you feel like you may be, where you may be being led next. All right, so I'll keep you posted with my Tucson, leaving California, Tucson story. Know how much I deeply love and appreciate you. You are amazing. Mwah. My name is Felicia Searcy, your Dream Life Activator. It is my joy to be your partner in believing. God bless.